Garfield caught in the act with Janglestorm.
Oh yeah. Hello everybody, greetings and welcome to Garfield Caught in the Act. I've been looking forward to showing this game off at GDQ, so yeah, thanks for the opportunity. My name is Janglestorm, by the way. I'm gonna let the couch introduce themselves, left to right.
I'm NPC.
LRock617.
And Glitch Witch.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining me, super appreciate it. So, okay, without further ado, let's just go into the game. I'm just gonna reset just to make it pretty much legit. Okay, so time is gonna start as soon as I select a new game, so I'll do the countdown in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go, and we just skipped the lore, but we're in TV land, as you can see. And how did we get there? Well, Garfield was watching TV, but the TV set broke down and he tried to repair it, but he had some spare parts left over, and those formed a creature called Glitch. And that creature stepped us into the TV, and we have to get out. So yeah, we played through a couple of movie-themed levels, starting off with a Dracula-themed level called Count Slobula's Castle.
The first thing you noticed in TV Land was that damage boosts in this game are not only crucial, but they're better to do while you're airborne. If you take a hit on the ground, you suffer a hit stun that lasts about a little bit over a second. But if you take a hit in air, you can just keep moving like you didn't even take the hit.
Yeah, and in some ways, I try to intentionally do certain damage boosts, but oftentimes they really slow you down. So I try to cancel those animations that you see as much as possible too. So in this first part, we go through a couple of tombs, and the second tomb is where I might possibly try and set up a possible glitch. So we'll see if that goes well. Just have to pull the stone a couple of times to see what happens. So let's see, 1, 2, okay, not quite. So if I would have pulled it at exactly the right moment, it's a frame-perfect trick, but you can launch yourself out of that tomb, but that would save you like roughly 6 seconds. So that's pretty nice, but yeah, we didn't get it that time. No big deal, but still worth a try.
Always.
Yeah.
Frame perfect, easy.
Yeah.
Unless it's GDQ.
Yeah, unless yeah.
So the melee attack he's utilizing, Garfield has a variety of melee weapons in each level. For this weapon, this level in particular, it's the torch. The melee attack is really strong. You can do it while walking or while jumping. It has a very quick hitbox, lots of priority, and you can keep moving while you're doing it. He doesn't stop himself in order to swing. It's really strong.
Yeah, it's all about keeping the movement going. Okay, that was a good fence jump. Sometimes I jump a little bit too early and I get stuck on that fence, but we're good there. So this is the first boss fight. This is Count Slobula. It's a matter of, well, taking out these bats because they're just annoying. And eventually, Count Slobula will go to this coffin and we try to get him in there. And then we jump on it and open the blind. So to let line it because you know Dracula. Because you know Dracula. The funny thing is, when I mentioned it in the interview, but when I was playing this casually for the first time, it took me forever to figure out what the visual cue was because it's kind of obtuse in a way, and I've seen other people struggle with it too. So it takes a while to figure out what you need to do, but after that, it makes perfect sense, really. And you have to do this, well, 3 times really for each of the coffins. So yeah.
Health is just so generous in this game. You get like 10 HP, and
yeah,
damage you take just really leads to nothing. You get so much invincibility after taking a hit.
Yeah, even when you take hits, it's still really generous. So I don't have to worry about game overing as much or losing the run to
commercial break.
Yay, let's go. So in the commercial breaks, we just go through this television wasteland, and you can pick up cookies, and if you pick up enough, you can either get more lives or more continues. But I'm mostly focusing on the coffee cups because those speed me up, and I try to avoid the orbs. I know, orb. But because those slow me down, but yeah, that was pretty decent. Okay, so this is sort of like an overworld where you just travel through the next level, and it's pretty much entirely linear, so not much else was in there.
The overworld essentially is kind of worthless because you could take the overworld out completely and the game would play out exactly the same. Yeah. You just go from level to level. Okay,
time for boat rides, or shall we say boat skips, because we're not going to stay on the boat forever. Here we go.
Correct. It's a very hard trick, so
yeah, I got to make sure to time it somewhat precisely, and that I make good use of the burgers that are lying around, health management. Yes, R. So I picked up that coffee cup there, which grants me temporary invincibility, so I'm able to do this part pretty well, like this. See if I can do this. There they go, 3, 2. Okay, should be good. So we made it past that checkpoint at least. Even if I would have died there and I would have needed to restart from the checkpoint, I would have still been pretty good. But this is definitely the better outcome. It's definitely faster than anything else.
Very nice.
If
Very
anything, faster than staying on board. So yeah.
Jangle was showing me that a couple days ago. It's actually really hard to do because if you take too many hits and movement is impeded while you're walking, you end up taking a death and you have to go back to the checkpoint. It's completely safe to do it or not go for it, but you always go for it just because of the amount of time that it saves. There's no reason not to.
And now it's a matter of health management, just trying to rebuild my health, and hopefully, okay, 9 health, it's definitely worth a try. I'm gonna attempt this third boat skip, but that's by far the hardest one because it's really down to timing my jumps and such. There we go. I think it was still good. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't think I will make it, but at least I'll make it to this checkpoint, so it will still be a time save. But ideally, I would make it across there too, and I will basically survive on 1 health, so it's really, really precise.
It's terrifying.
I've tried so often.
So that's what happens if you don't end up getting the skip. What happens is the damage you take, it just ends up being too much, and you just take a death. But it's not a big deal. You just make your way back to the checkpoint, and here you are.
Yeah.
You're set.
Okay, so you saw one up there. I'm not going to pick those up. That's one of the 2 items alongside hammers that I don't pick up because those lead to bonus stages, and well, those add up to the time. So obviously, I'm not going to do that for a speed run. Also R. R.
These are my favorites. Yeah. They're the best.
It's great. Okay, into the jungle we go because this is usually where quite a few of my runs have actually died because I tried to do a couple of vine skips here. And you'll see them soon enough. There are 2 in total. They don't actually save a whole lot of time, but if you perform well, they will save anything. They will save quite a bit of time regardless. So that was the first one. It's not as difficult to set up as the second one because that's way more pixel precise or anything like that. Oh, oops.
Unfortunate.
Okay, well, rip that. Yeah, this place can be pretty punishing. If you have stuff happen like that, gravity can be really mean and you can just fall down really fast. But we'll see what happens still. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Beats, though.
Yeah, the beats are great. Hot jumps are please, you know. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna save here, just for safety. In case I would die, I'd just start over from there, so it's more like, you know, I don't have to redo the first stretch again. There we go. And... Okay, upcoming is the second fine skip, and like I said, it's a bit more precise, so I have to position myself in a certain way. There we go, let's see. There we go, second try.
There you go, nice.
Okay.
A lot tougher than it looks.
Yeah. Technically, it's only like a 5-second time save, so I'm not going to try more than 3 tries, but this was definitely good. Okay, I'm definitely glad I did that because the collision detection in this area is just weird.
Is the worst.
Yes, it really
this is the worst. Okay, there we go.
Like, you basically have to get to the part that's illuminated, and if it's shadowed, don't bother. Like, you're just not going to grab it.
Yeah, I really had to make sure that I landed on that branch because otherwise I would have hated myself forever for not doing that. Okay, now we're down below here. Just making our way through. Hello, Skellies. We don't have to worry about those rocks. We just go through here, just doing the damage animation canceling thing, just like that. And we're gonna go to the next boss, which is also a skeleton. And the rest of the bosses are way less obtuse than the first one, so it's pretty straightforward. So we have to deal 8 hits in order to defeat this boss. Also a flashlight warning, by the way.
I call him capital R.
Yeah, the capital R. Okay, there we go. R.
Great killer, bit rate killer, bit rate killer, bit rate killer.
Yeah, I mean, as this happened done from the static, if you would normally stream this, I'm not sure if it shows on the AGDQ stream, but it's bound to really kill your bitrate, and well, hence the song. If you can sing it to this melody, it's a pretty cool song. All right.
Back to moving along to this bass line.
Yeah, this bass line is also really good.
I also have to give props to the artwork in this game. Jim Davis himself hand drew all the sprites, and they just look so good.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
A lot of the charm is definitely derived from this game looking the way it does. All right, we go back into the prehistoric era. We go to Cave Cat, which is a long time ago. All right.
This stage has at least one problem. But
yeah, it won't show up until the end, hopefully. Hopefully it's not commentators, because like usually when I save myself, it's like, oh yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen. Okay, we just go down here.
I'm crossing my fingers, so.
Yeah.
Love the fish.
We have to ride this fish all the way to the top because we need to be up here. Also, the sound design, I find the sound design, especially in this level, really striking. There's all kinds of random noises happening in the background, and it's an interesting touch, I must say. Also, this is one of the levels that's inspired by a book that Jim Davis wrote, Garfield in His 9 Lives. Yeah, there we go.
Nice, you got a fan.
And that was, Cave Cat was actually one of the titles of one of the stories. So yeah, it sort of draws inspiration from that. I only learned that recently, but there you go.
Nacho cheese waterfall.
Yeah, kind of looks like broccoli rocks or something.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of cheese, you may wonder where's the lasagna in this game. There's no actual lasagna in this game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Flavor fail.
Send lasagna, please. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Okay, I could have skipped the fire, but yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, the hammers I was talking about, that's one of them. So I try not to go to the right right away. Otherwise, you know, like I said, bonus stages, and that would have been taking a little bit longer. That's funny thing, the test of this run does have one bonus stage somewhere in the run, but at the time they weren't aware what was causing that. And later on was found out that that was caused by either those hammers or those lives. Okay, over to Dino Odie, or as I call it, Dinody. There is a chance that Dinody might jump off screen on the left side, and that causes the game to softlock. If that happens, I have a password, so I can replay the level again, but of course I hope it doesn't happen, so fingers crossed. So what we have to do here, we push these rocks onto this seesaw, and we launch the rock towards Dinody, and then deal a ground hit. And, well, sort of repeat that cycle for a couple of times. So there's a bit of RNG involved depending on where the rocks land. So ideally, I would like to see it pretty close to the seesaw, but yeah, as you can tell, it's not always there. Okay, that was pretty good though. So, a couple more times. And also, yeah, that was a close one.
Oh my God.
Scared me just a little.
Yeah, it's pretty clutch.
He was airborne.
No,
I was like, oh no.
it's the cycle. Yeah, I was gonna get that. Okay, but also you have to watch out for your health because those rocks they tend to drop, you know, and you have to make sure that you don't eventually die from the other falling debris, I guess. There we go.
Same thing.
No, same thing.
Like hopping back airborne. Nice.
We avoided the soft block.
Very good.
There we go.
That soft block's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. Okay, probably a good time for a couple of donations if you have them.
Sure thing. Also, I want to interject, as the only person who read the book, Odie's official canon name in that dinosaur form is Big Bob.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
good name. We have $15 from Marabou84 that just says, Lasagna!
Lasagna! Thank you so much. You can do another one.
Sure thing. We have $25 from Nori212. Had to donate during my pal Janglestorm's run. Best of luck, and of course, I can't let this donation be normal. I am not Odieing the jerk chickens into a frenzy, so I'm sure they enjoy these puns.
Thank you so much. That was
Oh, come on now.
They put
that was
some
great.
effort in that.
Yeah, the effort was put in there. So yeah, this is Casablanca. This is film noir territory. Normally speaking, it's a bit of a maze. You have to go through certain doors and find your way through. But if you know where to go, it's like a really short level. The main problem is the doves that you see right here, because doves are jerkbirds too, just so you know. We have to jump off these awnings in order to get there, to the exit. And now we have to await this wrecking ball, which is gonna come for us, and then...
Stage too good. Love the visuals, love the music.
Yeah.
I adore the stage.
Okay, now we have a boss fight, which I was able to bring down to half of the length due to a glitch, which only makes me required to do, which only needs me to do like half of the hits that I normally would need. So in most cases you would need to deal 8 hits to this boss, but yeah, thanks to a glitch, I only need to deal 4 hits. I got bad luck with the cycle though, so sometimes it throws 3, but I would ideally like to see 4 bumps being thrown, but okay, there we go. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be good. There we go.
Very
and
nice.
for some reason, that only happens on the right side. If I sort of stand next to the wall, that's pretty much when it happens. So yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't happen on the left side or why anything happens there, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's really increased the chances of getting a sub 20-minute time on this. Because of what happened before, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that though, but we can always try. I mean, some things have worked out pretty well, so we'll see. All right.
Back to TV land.
Yay! Okay, upcoming is a bit of a parkour skip. It's a pretty nice thing here. So there we go. That's basically because I can jump at certain heights. If I jump straight up, I jump higher than if I jump sideways. So I can take advantage of that here and just skip that brief part of parkour there. Okay, now to an Egypt-themed level.
Love the headdress.
Yep, there we go.
So good.
It's very stylish. Garfield wears it like a pro. Okay, I have to wait a little bit there. Yeah, because I want to launch myself up there. Sometimes you get bounced back and forth, and yeah, that's not ideal. But
I also love the fact that this stage gives the melee attack some use instead of just damage. Like you're actually using it for utility here. You have to use it to open doors. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we have to spin this once, and then hopefully I get up at exactly the right moment. There we go.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing it up. Usually it's not really a big problem, but I've had some runs recently where I've been somehow having trouble with that. Also, crushers that you don't see, so shout out. And we head down here. Another one of these. We don't have to worry about this. We just go further down here, just like that. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the next boss fight, which is gonna be a massive sphinx. And if I do things well, I'm gonna set up for a cycle that might possibly save me almost 20 seconds. So let's see how it goes. First, we light this torch. There we go. And then I instantly head over to the other side, and oh, there we go. Input was being eaten. Then we head up here with this paw elevator. We have these flies. They're jerkwords too. I just try to make sure that I don't get struck down by anything. I await that last horizontal line there, because that's pretty much my cue for jumping here. And this is where I await the next horizontal line, or just before that, make a jump here. And go here. Okay, go away. And hit this 5 times, 3, 4, 5, and
Zap.
let's go. Let's see if this works. There we go.
Good stuff. Nice.
And that saves like 20 seconds.
Jump's tough.
Yeah. Like if you want to get world record, it pretty much needs to happen anyway. So I'm always glad whenever this happens, and I'm glad I got to show it now. 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't actually have to mesh this, so that's a nice thing. Okay, now
Sound effects.
it's
Pure
them.
cartoons.
Okay, now this phase we have to hit the ice. It's possible to hit these ice in a previous phase, but it doesn't actually take damage. So you have to wait until this phase here to do that. So you have to deal 10 hits. Sometimes I try to deal 1 hit prematurely whilst I fall down there, but I kind of missed that because I got struck by an enemy. So same thing with this snake's head. You have to hit it 10 times. I usually stand in the same position just to take care of this pretty nice and easily. And now we wait for like 18 seconds before we can grab the remote. So it's another good time for donations if you have them, Liz.
Sure thing. We have $10 from Sunny. I hate Mondays, but I love Wednesdays at GDQ.
Thank you so much.
We have $10 from Mumbling. Hey, Janglestorm. After so many GDQs of bad Garfield games, I'm happy you're actually showcasing an arguably sort of good one. Good luck on the run.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, last time, bitrate killer.
Bitrate killer. Bitrate killer. Bitrate killer.
There we go. Applause for yourself. All right. Now we head on to the last boss fight. Oh, by the way, down here, what you see there, that's the beginning of the game. So there's a possibility that you can sort of clip through that floor, but it's a bit of a precise thing. But if you want to reset the game without actually resetting the game, you can probably try that. It's sadly not really a thing that you can use elsewhere. Otherwise, you could skip levels, but as far as I know, that's not really a
GDQ season finale, here we go.
Season finale, let's go. We finally get to meet the spare pod creature, as you see here. Wonderful digitized thing.
Looks way different than anything else in this game.
Yeah.
Vector graphic looking duder.
Yeah. So we have to flip these panels in order to send back the fire that it sends to us. And I tried to flip all the panels basically, so we go over here, do a low jump here. It's a bit of a tough one to get to compared to the others, but still fine. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it can be pretty tough at times. Like it will become pretty hectic at some point because there's this fire everywhere and everything can just knock you down. And the further you get up on this screen, you tend to be more. Oh, there we go. See, stuff like that can happen. So you're definitely in a store. Yeah. quite a bit of danger. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. But now I have every opportunity to flip this. And thankfully, it's got a pretty big time window. So even if I don't get there like right away, I still have enough opportunity to do flip it and yeah, I'll do it this way. Yeah, we have to wait a little bit longer. That's the main thing, but obviously so. See, okay, don't fall off there. So this is the second to the last amount of panels that we have. So we're getting close. And he's just going nuts. Having
Is
the
that
time
what
of
that
his
sound
life.
indicates? I said, is that what that sound indicates? Because I was pretty sure maniacal laughter just meant everything was fine.
Yeah. All right, so this is the last panel, and now we just have to wait until the final hit gets dealt. So yeah, how's everybody doing?
So far, so
Okay.
good.
Watching Garfield dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
here.
have a good time.
Garfield looks impatient.
He is
Yeah, he is
not impressed at all.
Garfield is just having the time of his life. Okay,
Nice go.
time is going to be as soon as the screen fades to black after the final remote pickup, so get ready for that. One more high jump. And time.
2002.
2002. Oh, that was barely, that was very close to a sub 20.
Yeah, had he not given that last little bit of trolling with the platform,
Yeah.
would have definitely been it.
I mean, platform speed rolling is just... Okay, but I'm still pleased with that time. I was sort of aiming for sub 20, but this was close enough, so I'll definitely take that. So yeah, that's this game in a nutshell. I could definitely recommend picking up this game. Also, there's a Game Gear game of this, which was developed by a different team. Novotel Inc., I think it's called. They also made Echo the Dolphin. It's quite a different experience. You can see some of the other levels that they had in mind because, yeah, that's an experience of itself. So yeah. Yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it. I was very glad that I got to show this off. So thank you for GDQ for allowing me this chance. Super appreciate it. Thanks to the couch for commentary.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, shouts to the Big Back Gameathon for introducing me to this game. Like I said, with a blind, I did mention it in the interview with a blind race. So super shouts to them, and also shouts to my family. I guess love you all. And yeah, almost at the end of the Genesis block. There's one more thing coming up, so enjoy that and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Take care.
Absolutely wonderful run by Janglestorm. Give it up, friends. How can you just not cheer for Garfield? What a great boy. It is indeed almost the end of the Genesis block, but it's okay. The Mega Drive was inside us this entire time. I really need to go to the hospital. So we're going to do a quick Twitch ad, and then we'll be right back. We're just getting Contra Hardcore set up. Don't go anywhere. We're getting a lot of Garfield love going on today. Do you know it's actually kind of Garfield's birthday today? The first Garfield comic actually got printed today. It's kind of wild and impressive for that. Almost magical. It was destined to be. We have $20 from Whoosh. I bought a new sealed copy of Garfield caught in the act for Genesis at a Caldors a few years after the game came out. Did you know it was bundled with a fruit roll-up inside? It was still good. The game not so much, but man, it did look good. $50 from Snoop7. I can't believe Garfield caught in the act is at an AGDQ. I played this game a lot as a kid, and it's great to see it being broken apart. Since there's no lasagna incentive, put my donation towards the Super Monkey Ball bonus run instead. And that is currently 3,000 away. We got a good amount of time, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get those donations sliding on in. $5 from Shuri Bear. Hey, Jangle. Caw. We're so proud you're running Garfield right now. BSG and the Bamboo Boys are watching. We got a $500 donation from Ogol. No message, but thank you so much for your generous donation. We have $15 from Soon5. 3 times $5 for the $5 train. Awesome event. Awesome donation. Y'all been enjoying the Sega Genesis block? Yeah! All right. We are coming right up to the end of it with Contra Hardcore. But like I said, Genesis is super special, and it's always wonderful to see such amazing runs and such amazing donations. We have another $200 from anonymous and no message, but thank you so much. $25 from the murderous penguin behind you. Animorphs, because terrible games are good. I agree. $20 from Bardic Feline. Honking intensifies. Yes, it does. You weren't wrong about that donation. Thank you.